Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the Suicide Squad. Not to get confused with 2016's Suicide Squad. This one adds "the" to the title, so that's how you know the difference. Just try to remember that. So here we go. They should have really called it Suicide Squad 2, but whatever. What did I think of this movie? First of all, I want to talk a little bit about the 2016 version. I enjoyed it. I think it's a fine movie, but I do think it's very thin on plot. And it is my least favorite movie of the DCEU. Now, this movie, The Suicide Squad from James Gunn, I think is a vast improvement over the previous film. It delivers on the comedic elements. It delivers on, I think there's a much better executed story. I think the characters are all really enjoyable. I think that was one of the strengths of the first movie too, where most of the characters were really enjoyable. I think there were a few maybe that were maybe not so great. But like even some of the old characters that return for this movie, like Joel Kinnaman's Rick Flag character, I think he is a much better character in this movie than he was in the first Suicide Squad movie. Even Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, who was a standout in the first Suicide Squad movie, her and Will Smith were the two that people were talking about the most. She is amazing in this movie, probably the best that we have seen her so far as the character of Harley Quinn. And maybe that has to do with James Gunn's writing style and how much he knows this character, because he admitted to being a fan of the comics. And when you watch this movie, it shows that he clearly gets it, and he'll go all out there with the all comic booky type of thing. Like Starro, there's no spoilers here. Starro is a character in the comics that who knew that you would actually see him one day in a movie, specifically a Suicide Squad movie. But then again, I guess if you have the Enchantress as your first villain, I guess maybe Starro isn't too much of a stretch. But I think it was awesome because Starro is so comic booky, but he works in such the best ways possible. Some of my favorite characters in this movie, King Shark. I never thought I was going to be worried about King Shark in this movie, and I was worried about all these characters all the way through. And King Shark was one of those ones that I was like, if they kill off the shark, I'm done. And is that a spoiler? Maybe not. Maybe it is. But you will have to see the movie for yourself. But I really thought this movie was really great. I thought Amanda Waller, Viola Davis is back, and she was fantastic. In the role of Amanda Waller. She was mean in the first one, but this one she is ruthless. There are times you're like, man, I don't like that lady. I don't like her for good reasons though, because of how great Viola Davis was doing as this character. I thought a lot of the new characters were really great. Other than just King Shark, a lot of the other new characters were great too. There were some shocking moments at times. I was pleasantly surprised with this movie and how it fits into the larger DCEU. I mean, that we'll have to see as if they do another one or in other movies, if any of them show up or not. Who knows? They don't necessarily have to. What I like that Warner Brothers is doing is that they're just making good movies right now. And I think the last couple of films that we've seen from them, excluding Wonder Woman 1984, I think The Suicide Squad, I think Birds of Prey, I think Shazam, I think Joker. Joker, even though that one doesn't connect, I think it shows, though, that, look, if it connects, it connects. If it doesn't, it doesn't, as long as they're good movies straight and forward. And that's always been Warner Brothers' strength with all their films, and not just counting the DCU, but when you go back and watch the original Superman movie or go back and watch the Dark Knight trilogy, I mean, those are great on their own and they don't always need to connect. And I think Warner Brothers realizes, hey, this is our strength. We just make good movies and that's it. And if they connect, they connect. If they don't, they don't. And I think Warner Brothers really has to continue this path and just do what feels right for each movie that you do. And look, I want more, man. I'm hoping we get another Suicide Squad movie. John Cena, as we know, is getting his own spin-off series. It's not going to be a movie. He's getting his own series as Peacemaker. And am I more excited for that after watching this movie? I'm going to say, yeah, I really thought his character was great too. And look, I'm not the biggest wrestling fans, so all these actors that come from wrestling, they have to win me over by being in the movies they are. And I'll say this, Dwayne Johnson was definitely a breakout when he got into acting. He slowly has grown into probably what is the best wrestler turned into an actor. Dave Bautista, thanks with Guardians of the Galaxy, Blade Runner 2049, and he was Inspector too, I believe, if I remember correctly. He was great in everything I've seen him in. So Dave Bautista is growing too, and I think John Cena is now the holy trinity of wrestlers turned into actors, if you will. Because I really did like his character in this movie, and where he ends up, I'm very interested to see how it's all going to play out. It's going to be interesting without spoiling anything. So I'm gonna recommend this movie, guys. I if I had to rate this movie out of 10, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. And that's where I give most DC and Marvel movies 8. There's been a couple of films that I would say stand out from the rest, and there's some that are worse than the rest. This definitely isn't the worst. It's up there with the best, I would say. A lot of the best. I think the only movie that I given more than an 8 was Man of Steel, I think, and maybe Wonder Woman. So yeah, look, I would recommend this film 100%. If you are a fan of the DCEU, this movie is for you. If not, well, sorry. There is a lot of blood and gore and a lot of F-bombs and stuff like that. So if you don't mind that, it is, but I think it suits James Gunn's writing and personality perfectly for this movie. So go and check it out. Tell me what you think if you've already seen it. And yeah, so now I want to plug in my Patreon supporters. These are the people that support this channel. They have signed up to a monthly subscription where they can pay $5 or $10. Right now, both of them offer the same thing, where you will get a credit at the end of each video that I do. Like these great people here, these 4 great people whose names that you see. So I got to thank them because they are awesome. And it's with their, they believe in what I'm doing. They want to see me grow and succeed. And I thank them for that because, we all don't want to be that small channel forever. We want to eventually blossom into something more. And I believe I can do better. And if I can give more time and dedication to this channel, believe me, I will. But right now, I couldn't because I have another part-time, I have another job on the side that really pays the bills for me. So that job is more reliant, unfortunately. But if I can grow this channel and get more support behind me, who knows, maybe one day I can start focusing more on this channel and I can get these videos out even earlier than I can, right? I'm only doing what I can at the time that's given to me. So with that being said, I think I'm going to end this here, everybody. So tell me your thoughts. Another thing that supports the channel is like this video. Send out a link to people that maybe want to know what other people are saying about the Suicide Squad. Maybe they want to know my opinion. And yeah, watching the videos also helps. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That also would be great. And if you do subscribe, welcome to the club. And hopefully more of my videos can entertain you, not just this one. So with that being said, everybody, I'm ending this here. Until next time, take care.